What's going on, YouTube? Ferocity here. Hope you guys are doing well. Season 4 Reloaded of Black Ops 6 and Warzone is here, and data miners have been hard at work to uncover anything they can. And they found something pretty interesting. There is going to be an American Dad collaboration coming to Call of Duty at some point in time. Whether that's later in Season 4 or at some point in Season 5, it's coming. And when I originally saw this, I felt the same way I felt about almost every collaboration in Call of Duty, almost any other new skin coming to the game. Pure apathy. But that apathy has now turned into anger, the more that I think about it. This is maybe where I have to put my foot down, where I finally have to call out Activision's greed for doing this collaboration in general. For the most part, I totally understood the collaborations that we've had up until this point in Black Ops 6. But if they do an entire event surrounding American Dad, I'm going to have to call it out for what it is. Pure and utter greed. There's no other reason to collaborate with American Dad unless they just want to enrich themselves. Honestly, this is where the immersion breaks. This is where the idea and identity of Black Ops 6 completely crumbles upon itself. I think I've been mostly level-headed when it comes to the cosmetics in Black Ops 6. I understand their purpose. I'm able to suspend my disbelief. But I can't do it with American Dad. If I play Black Ops 6 and see players running around as Stan Smith and Roger, it's going to make me not want to play the game. And if they bring in other characters from the American Dad universe, oh man, that's going to send me off the edge. Like, I understand having a collaboration with Beavis and Butthead. That makes sense to me, right? Beavis and Butthead came out in the 90s. It was popular in the 90s. The game is set in the 90s. But American Dad didn't release until 2005. So you're telling me there was some sort of cultural significance for American Dad in the 90s? Of course not. What are they doing? Do they not have any type of identity anymore? I thought the whole point of this game was for it to be set in the 90s. Why are we using a cartoon that released in 2005? Give your head a shake. There are so many other cartoons they could have used. Heck, maybe even The Simpsons that came out in 1989, I believe. But no, they go to American Dad because they know American Dad is popular now and it's going to make a ton of money, even though they're not doing anything new. Like, I could understand this Squid Game collaboration because, hey, there's a new season of Squid Game coming out. And hey, look at that. We can maybe put some Squid Game elements into our game. Wouldn't that be really cool? Of course, they kind of failed on that part, but that's neither here nor there. The idea behind the Squid Game collaboration made sense. The American Dad collaboration does nothing but break immersion. Break the entire idea that this game could be set in the 90s. Like, for what reason is Stan Smith going back into the 90s to battle on a map called Scud? Are we serious here? Is this really how we're looking at Call of Duty now? This is my war game. It's supposed to be taken seriously. I don't care if there's dragons or furries running around the map. I care that Stan Smith and Roger, a literal alien that wasn't invented until 2005, are running around the map. And what, is Seth MacFarlane going to go through some time machine so his voice sounds like it would have back in the 90s? Of course not. What are we doing? Complete and utter destruction of any type of immersion or any type of treating the timeline with any sort of respect. Like, the anger I have right now is making me not be able to think straight because this is the last straw. This really is. A lot of what they've done this year has pissed me off, but nothing has pissed me off more than this. You're releasing a collaboration for something that wasn't even invented yet. What are you doing? How dumb can you be? Do you not understand dates, Trey? Do you not understand timelines whatsoever? It's not like there's time machines in Black Ops 6. There just isn't. So how are you doing this? Why are you doing this? Other than greed. All you care about is money. And frankly, you're going to have one less fan now because of me. One less person buying these things because you decide to ruin the entire immersion and identity of Call of Duty just so you can peddle terrible skins like American Dad. The Gulf War happened in the early 90s. American Dad started in 2005. That's your history lesson for today. But in all honesty, guys, thought this would be more or less funny to troll about, because when it comes to new collaborations in Call of Duty, nothing is off limits. Everything is there to generate money at the end of the day. And none of it really is about adhering to a certain identity or consistency creatively. And that's just where Call of Duty is now. I know that I went on like a 4-minute ramble prior to this, but like, that's how I know some people in this community feel. They feel that this is like an abomination for some reason. It doesn't matter. Call of Duty's not looking at things to try to stay strict within time period. They just don't. They don't care about that. What they'd rather do is do things that make them money. And this is clearly going to make them money. So that's the only way to look at it. Yeah, it's greedy. I'll call it out. I always do. It's not going to make the gameplay better. It's not going to all of a sudden make the servers work or make matchmaking better. It's just there to make the money. Support it if you want to. Don't support it if you don't. It's that simple. But to completely go up in arms about a new collaboration coming to the game, it doesn't matter. Like, Call of Duty is just becoming Fortnite. We have to come to terms with that. They are going to do anything and everything to make this game very similar to Fortnite, because Fortnite is crushing it right now. They are making a ton of money off of everything they're doing. Call of Duty is just emulating one aspect of the Fortnite formula. They're kind of forgetting about the quality aspect of it, and they're just trying to pump as many cosmetics into this game as possible. And for people who play things like Warzone, it's totally worth the investment to be going into Verdansk as Stan Smith, or as Roger, or as Beavis and Butthead, or as whatever other collaboration we've seen so far this year. It doesn't matter. So, exhausting energy and time on things that you're not going to affect really, frankly, does not matter. And unfortunately, apathy is probably the best way forward. The less we talk about it, the less we care about it, the less people buy it, the less people know about it. And that's kind of the best way forward, if I'm going to be honest. So yeah, when it comes to my true feelings around the American Dad collaboration or the prospects of it, I couldn't care less. Honestly. That's where I'm at with anything that comes to Call of Duty. Nothing is going to excite me other than gameplay changes at this point in time. You got to make the game better before I start caring again. And these collaborations won't do that. So those are my thoughts. I know that I was trolly in the beginning. I know that maybe some of you didn't go all the way through this video because you couldn't stand the fact that somebody was super angry about a collaboration. But trust me, it was all for fun and games. It was all to take this a little bit less seriously. Because that's how we should kind of look at these things. Let's take things a little less seriously moving forward. So leave a comment down below on anything and everything you want to talk about. Just don't make it super serious. That's the way we're going to look at this moving forward. So that's it for the video today. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please hit that like button. If you want to see more videos from me, please hit that subscribe button. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.